the enthusiastic tutor. Excuse me, and today's tutorial is going to be a continuation of the course part 305, and hopefully with a few more classes we should be calling the wrap of the course. Alright, and today we are going to be taking our bearing from the Unitary system of government. The class is actually scheduled for 7 p.m. but some things came up, alright, and just had to be deferred to this moment. We apologize for that. So, with that being said, let's get straight into the class. So we have PAD, we have PAD 305, and we're taking our bearing from the meaning of unitary system of government. All right, like I said in one of our classes, this level is one very interesting level, and this is the best level to accumulate, to bag your A's and B's. All right, that's a very interesting level in your program, 300 level and above. And I keep saying this because I've been there, all right, and I know how this thing works. If there's any time for you to bag your A's and B's, all right, is now, because you have, as a student, you are at liberty, okay, to express yourself and make your point known. Okay, so we have that as that. Now we have the unitary system of government. In our previous class, we talked about the parliamentary system of government and the presidential system of government. So in today's class, we want to take our bearing from the unitary system of government. Okay, like I made mention of this earlier, you are at liberty to express yourself, but don't speak out of tangents. All right, ensure you are on track. All right, when you express yourself, and if you are not quoting a writer, if you are not instructed to quote a writer, all right, or a philosopher, or the definition of anyone, you are at liberty to express yourself. Okay, now when we say unitary system of government, what are we talking about? Now, this is a system of government, all right, regarded, all right, when a government is regarded as, all right, when a government is regarded as a unitary system of government, all right, this is when the national or central government is supreme, okay, over other levels of government that might exist in that given state. That is one way to it. All right, that is one way to it. Okay, let me put that here. Unitary system of government, all right, a government is regarded. And please, let me use the opportunity to sound it to us. Please, if you're asked to define, don't do definitions like secondary school level. All right, if you're asked to define, don't say unitary government can be defined as. No. All right, let your definition be let it be advanced. Okay, in form of a discussion. Don't define. All right, it can be defined. It may be defined. Or it is said, I think it is said to be even still manageable. Okay, now, a government is regarded as unitary. Okay, a government is regarded as unitary when the national regarded as unitary when the national, are we together? When the national or central government is supreme, national or central government is supreme. All right, central or national government is supreme. All right, over other levels of government. Supreme over other levels of government. All right, I'm abbreviating. That's why you see me writing GOT. All right, is supreme over other levels of government. All right, that might exist in a given state. In a given state. Okay, then we refer to this as a unitary system of government. Okay, we refer to that as a unitary system of government. A state that is government, all right, that a particular government is central, all right, okay, and it is supreme. That central government of a particular state is supreme over every other what? Over every other levels of government. Okay, so we have national. So we have national or central government is supreme. Okay, is supreme over other levels of government. So that's the key point there. Now, we can also see the unitary system of government as a system of government. The unitary system of government can be regarded, the unitary system of government can be considered as a type of government whereby the central government, all right, has or operate or exercise total, all right, what we call legal rights, all right. A system of government which the central, all right, government exercise, all right, total legal, all right, legal exercise total legal, okay. That's the moment. Exercise total legal, all right, right over, right, total legal right, and can overrule, all right, total legal rights, and can overrule the decision or activities of what? Of decision or activities of other levels of its government. Okay, that's another view to it. Another view to it. So we have that as that. Now, we need to understand that this system of governments has its characteristics. Okay, this system of government has its characteristics. Okay, and what are the characteristics of this system of governments? Now, there is only one central power. Okay, all of its characteristics. So we can say character. 1, 2, 3. Okay. one of its character is central power. Okay, central power. Let's say only one central power. Only one central power. Okay, we have the central government not only has power to dissolve the subordinate level, it also have power to create. Power to create and alright. Power to create and to do what? Exterminate, but let's use dissolve. Power to create and exterminate other subordinate, alright, other subordinate levels. Okay. Alright. Power to create is usually by the central government has the power to create and dissolve other subordinate levels of government. Okay, please, as you join the stream, do well to say hello or hi so we can acknowledge your presence, and as well do well to also smash the like button. It's one of the requirements, all right, of the class. You need to smash the like button as you join. Okay, so we have that as that. Now we have the characteristics, as we have made mention of two already. Now, the subordinate levels are created as agents. All right, the subordinate levels are created as agents. Okay, subordinate levels are created as agents. So their usefulness is not as important, right, as it is as we have it in the other type of stem of government. All right, here in the system of government, other levels of government are seen as agents, all right, created for the central government. Okay, and here they can operate either unicameral or what we call bicameral legislative. All right, unicameral or bicameral legislative. So some of the merits, right? We have merits. We have merits and demerits. So some of the merits are: it can help to preserve and promote national unity. It can help to promote national unity. All right, it can help to promote national unity. Okay. It can help to promote national unity. All right. It also absence of duplicate powers. All right. So because of that absence, now it reduces the cost of running. All right. Less expensive to run. All right. Strong government. Since the power is concentrated, so it enhances strong government. Okay, so we have that as that. So some of the disadvantages. Okay, some of the disadvantages are, so we have demerits. some of the disadvantage, demerit simply means disadvantages. All right. In this system of government, remember we said power is highly centralized. All right. So this can lead to totalism or oligarchy. So let's say prone to totalism. All right. Totalism. All right. Since power is highly concentrated. All right. Since power is highly concentrated, it is therefore prone to totalism, oligarchy, or autocracy. All right. It is difficult, all right, for masses to. It is difficult for masses to participate in government. All right, in governance, I mean. It's difficult for, all right, because power is concentrated, so there's literally nothing less, little or no effect the masses, all right, can achieve here. Okay, there's really little or no effect that the masses can actually achieve. All right. All right. It can also easily collapse. All right. It can easily collapse because power is concentrated. All right. It can easily collapse, all right, because power is concentrated. Okay, so it can easily collapse. So we have that as that. So that sums it up on the unitary system of government. Okay, now let's look at some other system of government, and the next, all right, is federal political system. Okay, when we say federal political system, what are we talking about? What does it mean? What are its benefits? All right, why do we have them? Okay, all this we'll find out soon. Okay, now we have the federal system, federal political system. Federal political system is also referred to as federalism. All right, federalism is a type of political system in which power of government are divided between self-governing parts, all right, and the national or central government. All right, power is divided between the national government, or power is divided between the central government, or power is divided, all right, among self-governing, all right, between self-governing parts. So we have federalism is a system of government, all right, system of government whereby which power is divided among separate, right, independent, all right, separate. Power is divided among separate independent, all right, governing parts, separate independent governing parts, or you can say, so saying separate independent governing parts, you can say power is divided between the national or central government, all right, or national or central, not and, national or central government. So we have that as that. So there are factors enhancing the choice of federalism, all right? There are some factors that enhance the choice of federalism as a system of government. One, some of these factors are the historical factor, all right? So before a country chooses the option of federalism among other systems of government, certain things are considered. Some of these factors are the historical factor, all right? Historical factors. Now, most fundamental reason why states decide to, all right, why states decide to choose the federal system of government, all right, can be seen from the point of common association, all right, common associations, okay, and similar interests existing between federating units, okay, common association and similar interests existing between these federating units. Don't forget we said separate independent governing parts, all right. So now we also have geographical contiguity, all right. Geographical contiguity simply means, all right, okay, we can possibly argue now the nearness of states to one another, all right, the nearness of states to one another, all right, in geographical terms is usually the major factor that can be induced, that can induce them to form a federation. When a lot of states share boundaries together, right, this can pull them together to become a federation. Okay, so we have that as that. So now let's talk about some advantages. Okay, some advantages. We have some advantages so we have advantages. Okay, a federal system encourages unity in diversity. Encourages unity in diversity. Okay, federalism is an ideal system of government for countries, all right, like the US, China, Russia, all right, with huge population and territorial size. Best for countries with huge population, all right, and territorial size. Territorial size, TS, huge population and territorial size. Okay, it is best. Example, countries like US, Nigeria, India, Russia. All right. It also promotes economic advantages. All right. Promote economic advantages. Okay? So we have some of the disadvantages. Okay, let's consider some disadvantages. Yes, some of the disadvantages. Everything that has advantages has disadvantages. So let's see some of the disadvantages. Now, high costs. All right, high cost of running. Okay, different, separate independent parts, separate budgets. Okay, high cost of running. Now, as a matter of fact, this type of political system, all right, has the feature of bringing together diverse ethnicity, all right, people from different backgrounds, diverse ethnicity and different groups. And if these people are not properly managed, it will become a problem for the federation, all right. Proper management of its citizens will become a problem. Okay? All right? Lack of even development. And that is very obvious in Nigeria. Some parts of Nigeria are well developed, while some are poorly developed. So now, we have that on the federal system of government or the federal political system. Now let's look at the confederation. All right, let's look at confederation. All right, let's look at confederation. Awesome. Now let's look at the confederation. What does confederation mean? Right? Why does it even exist? All this we'll consider very quickly. So, confederation. What does it mean by confederation? It is said to be an administrative constitutional arrangement. Are we together? An administrative constitutional arrangement whereby two or more sovereign and independent states, okay, two or more sovereign and independent states agrees to come together, okay, to have a central but weak government. Are we together? An administrative constitutional arrangement. All right, this arrangement is number one, administrative. Number two, it is guided. There's a constitution guiding these arrangements. All right. And before you can have an arrangement, that means different parties have to give their consent. Okay. In which two or more sovereign states two or more, all right, two or more, what we have as sovereign states, sovereign, all right, sovereign and independent, all right, sovereign and independent states, all right, sovereign and independent states agree to come together, agrees to come together, all right, agrees to come together to have a central but weak government. Okay, to have a central but weak government. Okay, now let's look at some of the features. I think this is quite self-explanatory. Any administrative arrangement that is constitutionally guided, constitution is said to be an arrangement that is constitutionally guided by different, all right, by different independent and sovereign states to form a central but weak government. All right, our time is fast spent, so let's just call it right here. Please do not panic. Everything you need is in the keynote, and for you as a member of the class, you are getting the keynotes, so no issues. Even though if I don't give you some details here in a live class, all right, you are getting it definitely in the keynote. All right, so we'll call it right here for today. I think with one more or two classes we should be done with the course. So in our next class we'll take it up from, all right, in our next class we'll take it up from okay, we'll take it up from what we call organs of government and their functions. Okay, organs of government and their functions. Let me just highlight that very quickly. Just a moment. Awesome. So thank you very much, everyone. I believe you've been able to gain a thing or two in today's class. Please do not forget to submit your notes in the appropriate quarters so we can observe and monitor your progress. I look forward to seeing you all in the subsequent tutorial. To have a wonderful night rest. Bye bye.